We made it. We made it. Against all odds. Take a look at me now. Domino and those in the chat, those of you at home, how the devil are you all?
Yeah, 8Ball. With the cleanest fade, the smoothest hairline, we're back. We are back.
Good. I'm glad someone had time for a haircut. No comment. No comment. Welcome back to VPG Competitive 11s. Start of the week, Monday night. Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Every single week of the season. We're into... I was going to say match day 4. It's not match day 4. It's week 4, Domino. Match day number 10. Woo-hoo. Where has the time gone?
Well, we're halfway through, just over halfway through, 8Ball?
I think we're just about getting to halfway through. I mean, obviously, some of the leagues have got different numbers of teams in, but we'll use the Esports Premier. We're not halfway through yet, Domino. At the end of this week, we are officially halfway through. So, lots of games to get through, lots of action to get through. And the action is currently sat in the lobby, so that gives us time to go through what's cracking tonight. 4 games for you as per usual. We are starting with the VLG derby. It is VLG FG against VLG FENIX, the return of FENIX to the channel. Moving on to game number 2, Vinculum against Bonus Hunters. I think a lot of people will be tuning in to watch those guys tonight, see what they've got. A lot of foot players coming together to make a competitive Pro Clubs 11 team. Standing in their way tonight is Vinculum. Third game and the return of the Esports Premier. It is One Mind versus Empire. And then finally, we have got Team GMASK, the return of Team GMASK versus Drift Esports. 4 massive games. To be fair, we always say, oh, maybe, you know, we lead the last one and it's a bit of a main event. We joke about that, obviously. But 4 massive games. And I'm here for it, Domino. I am here for it.
Yeah, 8Ball. I mean, starting off with our first game, GMASK FENIX, and we are a curse to some teams, I'm not going to lie to you. I think FENIX last was on the channel. FG were last on the channel with an absolute dumping, really, from Empire. And FENIX held to, I think, 0-0 draw in their game. So, both without wins on the channel as of yet, 8Ball, in their last game. So, let's see who can get that.
Yeah, and this is, of course, the UK Premier. So in the UK Premier, FG are actually the only unbeaten team left in the English Premier. So they've won 6 out of 7. So crazy stats for them. Good start, but they are about, what I would say, maybe 7 or 8 games behind the rest of them. So they've got some catching up to do. However, 6 from 7, I think, is a pretty good start, regardless of how many games you have in hand. They are, of course, the double winners last year, so the UK Premier winners and the EU winners. 3 wins in their last 8, though, in all competitions, Domino. So I wouldn't say they're in form like you picked up on, but they're playing FENIX, Domino. And do you want to start with FENIX, or shall I?
Oh, mate, FENIX are a definite channel favourites. They're lovely people. We've met them in real life at the LAN event. I just don't think they've got their season underway. They've kept their core people. They're a great team, 8Ball, and they play some great football. I just think in that last game, that 0-0 draw that we had them down against, I've got the paperwork here, 8Ball, against Saprolific. They just lacked. They did all the good things correctly. They defended well. It's just they missed that spark there, 8Ball, and I hope they can find it in the FG game.
Absolutely, yeah. They are played 8-1-1 in the UK Premier so far, so they sit in 14th out of 16. So all to do for those guys tonight. No wins in their last 6 games. Apologies if you are watching FENIX fans or FENIX players. We have got some news from pitchside. Is Hads, who is out, is Z Michael returning to that starting 11 tonight to partner Paddy up front. Tiki behind those guys. Obi comes back in after his red card the other night, Domino. And the return of V1 Sparta in net will be a very welcome sight for any team, really.
Yeah, 8-ball. It's a big player to lose. I mean, 0-0 draw. They didn't concede a goal in the last game on the channel. But yeah, Sparta comes back as a big confidence boost. No,
exactly. And that's no shade on his replacement. It is really just having that man behind you is, it's beneficial to basically any team. And we'll move over to FG because they've, again, gone to that 4 at the back with the 2 fullbacks. Porridge coming inside to centre-back tonight rather than playing fullback or even wide midfield. I'm not sure if they're doing it because they need to match someone else or whether that is just their go-to now, Domino.
Yeah, I think sometimes in the season you do trial and edit with things and what works best for your team. They might find more consistently or they're playing better or they're feeling they're getting results in this formation. So it's a good sign of a manager to when things are not going smoothly, not going correct, to try and steady the ship and change something different and they feel they're comfortable in this formation.
No, I agree. Baliance again carrying on his stint up front. He is accompanied by the usual striker, Sam Cooper. Dilvik sitting in behind them, Domino, and I know you're a big fan of that man.
Always said, mate, Dilvik is one of those cams that if you don't know how to play the position, he plays it simplistic but at a high level. Always there to receive the ball, plays the killer pass when it's needed. He's just an all-round good technician.
I feel like that's also kind of what you need at this level, is almost playing something simplistic but doing it really well. And I think they're kind of the better players around. When you can find those consistently good players who aren't consistently losing the ball, who can make that pass, who can make that dribble, who can retain possession. And I think, like you said, Domino, I think Dilvik's pretty much fits that bill to a T. And again, I think 19th in the Esports Premier for Phoenix as well. So I don't want to use the word struggling, but they're not getting there on either front at the moment. So it's not just one competition letting them down at the moment. They finished third in the UK Premier last season, Domino.
I know.
Where do you think it's going wrong?
There has been some changes to the team, don't get me wrong. It's just that thing I said, 8-ball, it's about it clicking, and it just hasn't got up and running. And as we all know, we're close to halfway through the season. This is where the table starts forming, and they haven't had a good front end of the season. They need to push it in the back end of the season, and that just comes from consistency and getting results on the board. It's the main thing they need to focus on now. Easier said in our position than theirs, 8-ball.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why we're sat up here and they're down there. They are, apologies from the chat, it is Dean Smith who has volunteered as tribute to let us know they are running late. I think FG had a man not show up, so they're just trying to replace him. Whilst they do that, again, it's a good time to kind of plug everything that we are doing over on this channel, over on our channel, Pro Clubs Weekly. It's, as always, guys and girls, just get yourselves subscribed to both. Get yourself supporting anything to do with competitive 11v11. It's on the up, and again, we can't do it without your guys' support. So yeah, continue supporting. Get subscribed to both of these channels. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 8 o'clock on this channel, live stream every week. And then Wednesday, Domino, Wednesday. Have you got Wednesday cleared yet, by the way, before we tell everyone what's going on? It's still up in the air.
You can tell them what's going on, 8-ball. You can tell them what's going on, and I might be there.
So Domino's 50-50 on whether he's going to be there, but we have got the European Masters tournament this Wednesday, and that's on Pro Clubs Weekly YouTube channel. So make sure, again, if you're not subscribed to that, go and subscribe to that. Put the notification on, and that's at 8/8:30. So that is all the best teams from, I'm going to say VPG and VFL, but I think anyone can join. And I think it's the top 16 or top 10 go through to the live LAN event next year. So 2 LAN events next year. one for the UK, one for all of Europe and anyone else. I imagine they're not going to stop anyone else coming if they really wanted to play. And both of those guys are qualification tournaments, so just keep an eye out for those. This next game is the UK Pro Series, so that is qualification for the LAN event, and that's Vinculum versus Bonus Hunters. And again, that is played over 2 seasons, and where you come in that, so I think it goes from group stages to knockout. Once you're in the knockout, you then kind of get points for as far you can go in that tournament table. And then the highest, again, I think it's 16. Highest 16 will go and play in that UK LAN. And guys, we were there earlier on in the year for the UK LAN at Hillsborough. Fantastic event. If you're in a team, get that team qualified. Do what you can to get them qualified so you can turn up and play. And if you're not in a team, come along anyway, because it's going to be great. And I don't think you particularly needed to be in a team to enjoy the event, Domino. I mean, we weren't.
No, mate. Like I genuinely think it is a spectacle. Like having 11 versus 11, the emotions, mate. We half the time, instead of watching the game, we were watching the other team. Sometimes they got up. I mean, let's be casual here. They got up and celebrated while looking at the team. There's a little bit of needle in it that you don't get. It's the atmosphere. It's different, Abel. It's different being in there. And yeah, it was a great time. So if you're not even in the team and you want to come down, have a laugh, have a few beers after, mate, it's a place to be.
Yeah, and we did that as well. And it was good fun. Highly recommend. If you don't like clubs, but you like beers, come for that. Essentially, we did both, so we're in a good position to comment on that. We are still waiting on FG to turn up. If anyone's got any eyes on these guys, let us know. That is 15 minutes officially. We do have other games to move on to tonight, and let me just message those guys so they know we are running significantly behind. All done. I mean, to be fair, Domino, there's not really much else to say about these two teams that we haven't said already. FG sit in 5th position. They're unbeaten. They've got games in hand. As I'm sure if they win those games, they will go top of the table, if not there or thereabouts. So nothing too different for those guys. However, they are 11th in the Esports Premier. So
yeah.
I do think they've got games in hand here. Domino's going to restart actually, so which is good timing because we're Jack7 says they're sending now. So if anyone from Phoenix is in, let me know as well. Domino's going to restart as well. Out he goes. Let me get him back in. What a start to the week. What a start to the week. Right, here he is. He's back in. Let me get our faces up there. Still waiting. Hopefully it doesn't have too much of a knock-on effect. Because we don't want to miss this one, Domino, to be honest. Don't want to miss it. There we go. He can hear me now, can't he? There he is. Right, we got there eventually. Jeez. I was like, why is he not answering me? I mean, maybe he wants to miss this game? I don't know. Yeah, it's all happening here, Domino. I mean, start of the week, Monday, shaking off those cobwebs. We haven't streamed in a whole 3 days. It's crazy.
Shocking as Abel, and that's like, we leave exactly set up and then we come back in, everything changes. Makes no sense.
No, to be fair, that is true, actually. I'm sure anyone who does stream, anyone who's tried their hand at it before, when we leave on Thursday, nothing changes. And then by the time we come back, I've been sat at my desk since like 5:10, just moving stuff around that for some reason has moved. And speaking of movement, I don't even need to say anything, Domino. I don't need to do the intro for them. This game speaks for itself, and with 56 seconds remaining on my sound clip for the background music, we are heading in to the first game. We'll try and catch up with the rest of the games as well, so do stick around. Please do bear with us because, like we said, it's 4 world-class games. It's a bumpy start, but it's all going to be worth it, we promise.
And April, I mean, if these people in the chat do ultimately watch any sort of mixed martial arts like combat sport, when you stack a card, you put the big hitters out first so the crowd builds up.
I wondered where you're going with that. I can't lie.
Going wrong with the UK Prem. Every time you put the UK Prem at the front, you people have to tune in because these games are fantastic. April, for the first time tonight, do me some honours.
We have got Phoenix in the yellowy orange on the attack at the moment from left to right. It's Paddy. Here we go. It never lets us down. It never lets us down. It is Paddy with the left foot. Smashes it home inside 2 minutes. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Domino told you and Paddy delivered. It is 1-0 to Phoenix, the boys that were waiting in the lobby this whole time. And here, FG go looking to fight back. And yeah, it is FG in the blue kit from right to left, just to finish off that bit of housekeeping for you.
April, that ball over the top of the goal had to be perfect, and it was perfectly executed. The touchdown had to go with a power shot. April, do you expect anything less from Paddy in those positions? Nestle into the back of the net. Keeper couldn't get close to it. And it's just, we say it all the time when the early goals go in. When you just catch teams cold and they're not prepared for that kind of fast start. Phoenix have done it here, and yeah, they reap the rewards. First 5 minutes gone, and they are 1-0 to the good.
Yeah, it sounds like FG, I know those guys were late, but it did sound like they had a bit of a horrid build-up to this game, and as soon as they get in the game, they've had a horrid start as well, courtesy of Phoenix, courtesy of their talisman, Paddy. And here is Chaos into Zed Michael's feet. Tries for that long ranger. Drops to Kev. Will recycle. Tiki into the back post. Gonna have to deal with it is Mickelback. Goes long. They get change out of it. Nicely done. Dean Smith will just allow FG to get their foot on the ball for the first time this game, as they do go long this time. Taken down nicely. Scoop tries the reverse pass and then chops his man down. Gets away with it too. And Obi is there. Let's see if we can keep him on the pitch for the full 90 minutes tonight, Domino.
Yeah, I was about to say, Obi is actually invaluable to this team.
Yeah, very good player.
Is that dirty work, April, that no one wants to do, and he does it with a smile on his face. It was just unfortunate in the last game. Actually, it was his own fault, I ain't gonna lie. But he's got the ball here, April.
Yeah, here it is.
He's a striker, little bobble.
It's the second time he's tried that power shot, Domino. Third time he might get lucky, but until then, it remains 1-0 to Phoenix. A fantastic start. Goal inside 2 minutes. Dilvix to Scoop. Looking for striker's feet. Can't find it. Cut out. Nicely done by these two CDMs for Phoenix. Doing a good job so far on Dilvix and co. Here is Scoop to the aforementioned on runner. Jack 7 from midfield, breaks into the box, gives it back to Dilvix, chops it onto that left foot, gives it to Sinead on the edge of the box. It hit his own player, but Sparta's down, gets back up. Good reactions from him, and yeah, slightly same coloured kit, but we'll let it slide because it's Sparta.
And just watch the position in the defence of Mr. Mad Bad Harkable. He plays that position similar like Dilvix does, the simplicity that he plays in defence. It seems like he's never stressed, and that's the correct position. It always looks like he's gliding through the pitch, and watching him defend is actually a work of art. The man is an absolute baller. And
he is our cameraman for this evening, so thank you. He is hiding behind Domino's lovely face, front and centre on my screen, so I can tell you he is currently not stressed. But why would he be? 1-0 up. First 25 minutes. Phoenix from left to right in this orange Real Madrid away kit. Or alternative kit, should I say. Lil Chaos. Two twins. Paddy looking to play it inside. Cut out though. And game pace has just slowed down a little bit at the moment. But Phoenix doing well to win it back. High up. Not for the first time, Domino.
Oh, great feet inside. They're able. Really good decision making.
And another ball over the top to Zed Michael. Big save by Kiemure. Oh, it's just... Oh, he might have been offside for, yeah, he might have been offside. And again, it's Phoenix Tiki with that ball over the top, it's so dangerous when you find a player who can just dink those, you know, those 10, 15-yard balls over the heads of the centre-backs, especially when they are playing just the two centre-backs are FG. And, yeah, proving why he is their highest-rated player so far this season is Tiki.
Great knockdown, 8-ball. Can he do it again? He can't. But, yeah, again, Phoenix are getting into FG are getting into great positions, and they're showing really good feet on the ball. They just haven't shown anything quite dangerous other than that one shot. And Phoenix won't mind this. We've seen Phoenix under the cosh a lot, 8-ball. I would say the hardest thing for them is actually scoring goals. Keeping clean sheets or defending is something they're quite adverse to.
Yeah. We know the resilience of this side. They showed it on Thursday, going down to 10 men for over a half. Managed to keep a clean sheet then, and a clean sheet here will win it for them. However, they are playing against FG, who are a very good side. Heads home does Bucks to K Muir, who made that save from now what we know was an offside effort from Zed Michael, but a good save nonetheless. That'll do him wonders. Yeah, out wide to James. He runs out of pitch. The laugh from Harky behind your head, Domino, says it all. Fantastic.
He had no one to beat their 8-ball.
No, he beat himself. He beat himself. Sinead gives it to Dean Smith on the overlap from right back. Breaks into the box. Gets to the byline. Looking for that near post. Swanee in there now. Goes long.
That's better. 8-ball, that was a lot better from FG then. Being a bit more direct, not trying to play it. One too many passes through the thirds. They got it up, got it forward, and then Neely's got some change over on that right wing.
Tiki again gives it to Zed Michael. We said it might be third time lucky. It's not. 3 power shots, no goals.
Stop trying 8-ball.
Absolutely not. It might go again here. Paddy. Oh, does well. Nice. Goes on the outside, gets to the byline. Dean Smith gets across nicely. I think EA might have just let him down with the animation there, but Dean Smith inadvertently, yeah, you can show his frustration there with that slide tackle. Tiki into the box. Good feet from him. Porridge, though. Porridge with that wealth of experience and gets the throw in for his troubles. We are 30 seconds away from half-time, Domino.
Yeah, 8-ball. I think this game will just play itself out if FG got the ball, but they've given it away. Just need to clear his lines here and it'll be out. And they have done that, 8-ball. 1-0 at half-time to the men in orange.
Yeah, and to be honest, I think they're good value for it. They've had arguably the better chances, a lot of them from distance, but all they needed was that one chance, and it was their first chance, and it was probably the quickest goal they would have scored this season because it was inside 2 minutes, and it was their talisman, Paddy, up front. Good to see him scoring again. Can they hold on, Domino? I think is the main question here.
Yeah, 8-ball. I think the resilience of the Phoenix team, and the one thing I can never question about them is their defense is always on the highest level, game in, game out. They're attacking, their transitions, maybe their set pieces, might need a question mark on it. But the defending work that they've got through the centre-back, CDMs and keeper, there's never ever a question in any game I've ever seen them in. So they'll be comfortable leading the game here. It's whether FG have the firepower to get back into this game.
And I've just seen a very interesting comment. So apologies we didn't spot it before, but FG, oh no.
Ooh.
There we go, it's back. We missed that chance on our screen, Domino. I have no idea what happened, but more to the point, FG are strikerless because Bailey Ince is currently not in the game. I've just checked it myself and can confirm he is not being controlled.
I mean, it hasn't been up that far. I mean,
here's Kev with the power shot. Oh, wow. Whistles past the post. And we saw him have that power shot on Thursday. That was, I mean, to be fair, both of them were close. To no avail just yet. But Phoenix really piling on the pressure here. And like we said, the 10 men of FG missing Bailey Ince, their talisman up front.
Yeah, that's a horrible one, 8-ball.
It is.
That's a beautiful ball. Couldn't get onto the end of that. Keeper side to stay in his net. Oh, and they're trying to...
Yeah, Jamesy's almost got the other side of Porridge, and he's going to get a corner for his troubles. Fair play, gets something out of Porridge. Good defending from that man initially. Ball comes in, edge of the box, headed down nicely. Bucks gets rid of it from the thigh. Given to the CPU. He hands it off to Dilvix. That's a probably good tactic. Back inside to Keating.
It's a hard one here, 8 Ball. I don't know if the manager will need to change and just change the bot position away.
Here we go. Over the top. 2v1. Paddy. Boys in blue getting back. Phoenix Tiki gives it to Zed. Michael shifts it onto that right foot. Gets no change because the defense had time to get back in. Not through want of trying, no. Tiki moved that ball out of his feet quickly. And big tackle. He'll be happy to hand it back over for the goal kick because there's nothing more satisfying, Domino, than a big tackle like that. And
oh, absolutely not able. Especially when it's clean like that.
FG's time is ticking away. They've still got half an hour, but you can see that bot in the middle of your screen now, just walking around nonchalant. He has no idea the situation. FG currently unbeaten in the UK Premier. That is on the line now to 14th place, Phoenix.
Yeah, 8 Ball. We always say it week in, week out. There's no easy games in this league. You could be 21st. It doesn't matter. There's no easy games here. No. And it doesn't make it any easier when not only one of your talisman, one of the most vital parts of your team, is missing from action, but where it comes through the central hub of that striker, where the press begins, decoy runs are made, it's a hard chance, 8 Ball. They need to change the tactics here and see if they can do anything because Phoenix are really getting on top of this game.
Yeah, it's been a tricky one for FG because everybody who's played clubs knows what a poor start, one, to actually just getting into the game, and two, just a poor start to the game. They had both. It's almost like a double-edged sword here, and teams don't go unbeaten in the league into week 4 if they're not good sides. So we know FG are a very good side. They are current reigning champions in both leagues. So we know they're a very good side. It's just that very unsettled start they had. And are we going to be able to see them get something out of this game? Because at the moment, Domino, just on that first, 70 minutes, it's looking unlikely.
Yeah, it's very hard, 8 Ball. And when you're missing your key player up top,
yeah,
and that's where the department that you need the most right now to get your goal. It's
headed down though.
It's knocked down there. I mean, it's not going to stop FG from trying. They've still got ballers on the pitch. There's still only one goal down. The game is not out of sight. They can get some change in here. If it does fall to those danger men like Dilvix, I reckon they've got a chance in them. But we know this Phoenix defense, they are relentless.
I think you touched on it already, Domino. Maybe they move that man. I don't know where they move him to, but just get another body up front because he is doing absolutely nothing up front. And I don't know, maybe look at putting Mickle back up there because we know that man's got a goal in him. Dean Smith, though, does he have a goal in him? V1 Spa. Oh, he palmed it out of danger. He did well with that initial save. Yeah, he made sure it went far enough away from goal with a naughty angle. It didn't stop the man from trying, but side netting is the best that they can muster up. And 15 minutes left. Is the O gonna go, Domino?
I think that's their best chance, 8 Ball. If you can get in a position where you can strike the ball, buy a ticket, 8 Ball, because they're not going to play through this team, especially with a rogue CPU up top commanding their front line.
Watch him bag. He's gonna score. He's gonna score. Bucks.
But as soon as you get in a position where you can hit it on the edge of the box, inside, even if it's at covert angle, you've got to try something here.
Yeah.
And for Phoenix, they should be thinking about the game management now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to say 33% of all goals we score, all goals we see are rebounds. So why not pull the trigger? Here we go. Rebound. Big block by Swanee. Humongous block. And we almost had that rebound goal, Domino, we were talking about. Dean Smith, edge of the box. Bit of space to take this down. Jack into Sined. But Obi is there to sweep up. That's what he's in the team to do. Zed Michael will maybe look to hold this up. He's sent his man for a Twix, but Mickleback and Jack get back. Although Jack has inadvertently played a A quality through ball to Paddy. I would not recommend that. Dug out by Dean Smith. And here we go. 5 minutes remaining, Domino. 5 virtual minutes. So they're going to go quickly unless you're a Phoenix player.
Yeah, you just got to think about game management. Like in that corner there, he beat the man and then just kind of lost the ball and said you'd actually kick it from some field position.
Yeah.
Again, slow the play down when you can. That's a great.
Is he going to get him behind? Tiki gives it to Zed Michael with the 4th power shot of the game. Tiki did fantastic. Did fantastically well to get in behind his man there. Still going the cam. 88th minute. Still working it. Dilvix, Porridge, FG, kitchen sink time, I would think, because here's Mickelback showing up on the left wing. Oh, he's giving it away to Zed Michael, and Dilvix just showing a bit of frustration there. Picks up a booking for his troubles, and yeah, here we go. Show us the definition of game management, Phoenix, because there's 3 points in it, if you can. Paddy heads it on. Keeper is going to come eventually.
Last chance saloon. It's easy to go long 8 ball.
They've got to lump it up. Headed down nicely. Yeah, Mickelback gives it to the CPU. Jack, edge of the box. Dilvik slides it through. It's Keaton. Oh, is it going to be offside? They've got their hands in the air. It is. Cancel the celebrations. The O has definitely gone. It is game, set, and match without a bit of drama. Of course there's going to be drama, Domino. It's the VPG. Commiserations to FG. That makes it 1 defeat in 8 for them. And Phoenix picking up their first win in 7 games.
Hey, in our screen, I can see Harvey there smoking in the corner on his face, sweating.
Yeah, he does look a bit worse for wear, a lot worse than he did earlier on. I'll tell you that. But yeah, a really good game to kickstart not just the evening but the week as well. And thank you very much for both teams. We did get there eventually. So again, thanks to you guys at home for sticking with us. And now your treat from us will be a quick turnaround for this Vinculum versus Bonus Hunters game. Domino, like I said, 2 elite sides, so Elite A and Elite B. They should be relatively level pickings.
Yeah.
Although Bonus Hunters are in that UK division below. So I think Vinculum maybe before the season started would look to be favourites. Bonus Hunters, though, currently 5th in Elite A. 2 losses in the last 15 games. So 1 loss in the last 7, being MKE and Vulcan Reserves as well. So, Domino, how do you think this one's going to go?
Sometimes, if a leagues are that close, there's not... Obviously, Vinculum are in the higher league, but if you put the 2 leagues combined, there's probably not much to separate them. April, you go on this game with the team with the most confidence coming into it, the team that's got the most results, that are higher in the table, that are the more confidence flowing. And in my mind, that's Bonus Hunter. Now we don't know Vinculum. We know Vinculum very well. They are a very, very talented team. Last time I think we had them on the channel, they lost One Mind, but that's no shame there. One Mind are an excellent team. April, it's going to be an interesting game.
It is, yeah, and I was reminded by McCabe, who sits in their centre-back position. He is the gaffer. It's 0-2 so far for Vinculum on the channel. He says, tonight, let's not make it 0-3. Obviously, we saw them get beat by Mems last week 2-1.
Mems, not One Mind.
However, that was their only loss in their last 4. They won the other 3. So we've got accidentally got 2 teams here in some good form, actually, and I think that's going to lead to this game being a cracking game. And also, Domino, it's knockout football, so everything has to get left on the pitch tonight. It's no messing around. It's no messing around. Please, please, please do not ask me what happens if it's a draw.
Because we don't know.
Because we don't know. We just go with the flow.
And if they carry on going to X time, I guess that has your answer.
That's it. Yeah, I reckon so. So just looking through the teams, no Wee Man Lewis tonight for Vinculum. I think they might miss him. Last time we saw these boys, Runel was fantastic in that cam position, so we're looking for him. Those L1 triangle or chip through balls over the top, very dangerous, because you've got the front two of Uran and Holographic as well, who are in immense form at the moment. So look out for those guys. And then on Bonus Hunters, first time on the channel for these guys, so welcome. The Only King, 2 goals, 6 assists from centre midfield. He is their highest rated player so far this season. And Jarl is the 3rd best goalkeeper in the Elite A League. Statistically speaking, of course. We only speak in statistics.
Only, mate.
And riddles sometimes.
No, I'm excited, 8-Ball. Look, we know what Vinculum bring, and we know they're an acid test for any team, even new on this channel.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see fresh teams here like Bonus Hunter. I can see they've got support in the chat, which is wicked. They've got a fan base, 8-Ball. I'm excited.
Yeah, hello to all in the chat. Good luck to both sides. And here we go, straight off, no messing around. It is Vinculum in the pink Brentford shirts, playing Bonus Hunters in the black, all black kit with a white trim. From right to left, it is Knockout, it is the UK Pro Series, and here is Holographic for the home side, Vinculum. Runel into their top goal scorer, Uran, rides the tackle, tries to shift it back inside, doesn't get away with it.
Ooh,
Someone gets taken out. That might be an early booking, Domino.
Yeah, that's a yellow card there. I don't know if he meant that tackle specifically to do that, but he just blocked the pass.
Yeah. It's Runel as well, so he'll be treading on eggshells for the rest of the game. And yeah, Domino, it's a good choicey game, if I may say so myself, because like we said, it is 2 relatively level picking sides, and 2 sides who are in good form as well.
Yeah, these sides obviously won't meet each other.
Oh, what a ball that is! Owen Hope slides it through to Aurora. Good save by Toasty in that Vinculum net. How many times have we said that already this season? But that ball from Hope, fantastic through ball. And Domino, these foot players, boy, these foot players are showing us how it's done.
8-Ball, you put that up there in the special category, I'm not going to lie to you. That 3-ball, eye up in needle stuff, timing of the run was excellent.
Oh, Clifford does well. Edge of the box, taken
it.
down by the Only King, straight down the throat of Toasty for his
did not let me down.
His
did not let me down. You've got to
second save in quick succession. And yeah, Domino, these footballers showing us how it's done early doors. Not that we're supporting anyone, of course. Mr. Mikey should have been playing tonight at right centre back. Sorry you had to miss out tonight, but thanks for joining us in the chat. Headed down to Uran, top goal scorer for Vinculum this season so far. Runel. Isaac looking for that left-hand channel. Can only find Only King. The man who had that power shot volley early on. Not the closest they've come so far. That shot before by Oro. Good save by Toasty. Already called into action twice so far. Vinculum looking to hit back though. Here is Holographic. Loses out to Come On You Spurs. First and only time I'll say that.
Yeah, 8-Ball. I do think I'm just running a monologue through my head area a minute about, again, foot players playing pro club players. You've got to give the mechanical side to the foot players.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've seen that with these passes as well. Some of these passes so far have been insane.
But it's defending that I'm most excited about here, 8-Ball, because defensively, it's a team effort of each person picking up individual spaces, their men going back in as a team, which that is a side that you don't see. That's a side that's not there for these foot players. But mechanically, 8-Ball, they're looking as good as anyone.
It's an interesting,
excellent ball across there, 8-Ball. He's on this left-hand side, gives it inside, 1-2.
I wouldn't want to be Vinculum, put it that way. I don't want to be the litmus test for a club's team playing a foot team. Do you know what I mean? So, fair play to Vinculum, and it's a good contest so far. Just the 20 minutes gone. Early chances fallen to Bonus Hunters. Both elite league teams, so very well matched, and it's showing. Runel to Uran's feet. I don't think Tanji wanted it there. It is Auron. The Only King gets it back. Owen. And cut out nicely by the booked Runel. Sims in this Monday night for you on that right-hand side of the Vinculum midfield. Phantom free kick given. Matt's in no rush to take it, and he'll let his team get up. Let's see if they've learned all the plays, Domino. All the pro clubs plays.
Yeah, I mean, they've been playing it for a while now, and this is...
No, they haven't. They haven't. You always go short. Always go short. The only king might be offside. It's not. Edge of the box. Here is Nico the Great. Looked for the reverse pass. Not found. Vinculum go long. I just need to settle down a little bit at the moment. They are under the cosh currently. Dante does well, though. And yeah, this is what they need to do. Put their foot on the ball. Play themselves into the game. There is the gaffer. Nice and cool, calm, collected on it. Tangi sends his man for a Twix. And Runel's got it. That's who they want on the ball. Finds Dante, left midfield. Tries to slide it through. Rye does fantastically. Yeah.
The run was on, the pass was on. He faked to go and then just held his space in there for an easy ball to his feet. Just wrong wise cross. But they got themselves nicely into that position, April. That gives them some encouraging signs. He tries to do it again. They have caught on these Vinculum players. They know that's the danger. And do you know what, April? That's one of the things I like. If you've made a mistake before, you don't want to pay punish and do that again. And again, picked up his man. Great running, good defending. And Vinculum just struggling to get out of their half at the minute.
Yeah, and I think that's courtesy of this bonus press. I mean, look at that. 3, maybe 4 players around the one man there. They're pressing well. It'll be interesting to see if their pros can keep this up into the second half. Again, it may well be some kind of stamina management. I'm just trying to think of things that traditional foot players may struggle with, stereotypically, of course. And maybe stamina management might be up there. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the press is the one thing that surprised me the most.
Wow. Ball through, cut out by the gaffer, but he's picked himself up, dusted himself off. Does lose out a second time as well. Sorry there, Domino. What were you saying?
No, like I said, it is the positionings that these bonus players are taking up. I would have thought, like, gelling as a team and trying to press as a team, it's hard doing it in the best of teams. I can't believe he kept that on.
Yeah, he kept it on, but I bet he's wishing he wasn't now because he missed the on-rushing man, swung into the back post. Clifford does really well, heads it home to Toasty, and as you can see, cameraman Yoran looking for the early ball, doesn't get it, and they will restart from the back. They're playing through the thirds nicely when they do, although Matt has just won it off the dangerous Runel, slides it into this right-hand side. Oren tries to beat his man. Yeah, Clifford's having a good game so far. Stands up well, dispossesses, keeps the ball as well. 1 minute until half-time. Can they get anything cooking with this 60-yard raking pass? Sims takes it down. We know what a good player this man is. Cuts it back. It is definitely time, so it has to go in. Headed out. Is it going to be far enough? It is now because Nico's put his foot straight through it. And there is the end of the first half. Domino, talk to me about these two informed teams and why it's still 0-0.
Mate, bonus are impressive, and we expected that to go in. We know they've got the mechanics there to match up again, genuinely against any other professional pro. Their mechanics should be at the highest level, and they are. The way they take the ball, the skills inside. Maybe a little bit of chemistry in the final third is the only thing I can think of, but they are a dangerous, dangerous team, April. Vinculum have done well, do what pro teams do. They shut up shop when they had to, defended quite nicely. It's been very much of a midfield battle without many chances coming. Just a feeling out process. That feels like a first round of a boxing match, April. I reckon it's going to start and open up in the second half. Well,
something's got to give, like we said, Domino, because these two teams, someone's got to go home empty-handed. That's just how it is. It's the knockout phase of this UK Pro Series. The top 16 teams on a points basis from 2 lots. So Season 1 UK Pro Series and Season 2 Pro Series. This being Season 1. So a quarter of the way through so far. End of the group stages was last week. This is the first knockout game as Jarl goes long. Flicked on nicely. Here is Arun, who's looked very good. And here is a very good ball over the top to Morgan G. Takes it down on that right foot. Straight down the throat of Toasty. Not for the first time either. And I don't know what Toasty has been doing pre-game, but that's 3 shots that have gone straight at him, and I don't know, maybe he's got some kind of 3 magic wishes, a genie or something, but he couldn't have wished for 3 easier chances to save, because that's 3 clear-cut chances.
Dangerous chance, 8-Ball, dangerous. That was the best of lot. That ball through 8-Ball is expert. Run late, run from deep, unbelievable.
Yeah.
The divisions pick him out, fantastic. It's the one thing I did think it would let Bonus down, because it comes to the mechanical aspect.
Yeah.
So I thought they'd be a bit more clinical when they get there. But
ran out of pitch, did Yoran. Again, not seen too much of him tonight. I don't think Vinculum have been able to get Holographic, Yoran, or even Runel on the ball to get those 2 playing. They'll be looking to change that in this second half. That being said, Dante and Sims over on that right-hand side have looked lively so far. But the game remains 0-0. Again, I think the 3 biggest chances, Domino, have fallen to the away side, Bonus Hunters.
Yeah, absolutely. But sometimes 8-Ball, there's that seed of doubt that creeps in.
Yeah.
You get those 3 big chances and you take
Yoran!
Sorry, 8-Ball. You told me. 8-Ball, you told me about 5 seconds ago you need to get it to danger man like that. And he was cooking.
Yeah.
Unfortunate with the finish there.
Yeah.
Because the skill should have matched that goal. I'm not going to lie to 8-Ball.
Great roulette to break through. And talking of breaking through, here it is. Top bins. Here it is. Yoran, second bite of the cherry in quick succession. No mistake this time. Bags it. Puts it away. It is 1-0 to the home side. 1-0 to Vinculum.
And what I was saying there, 8-Ball, sometimes when you get those 3 big chances, they don't go in. Seed of doubt. Is this going to be my night? And then you have something like that. Ball the other way. Unfortunately gave it away. Good
oh my days, what a ball that is. Toasty and whoever was covering there for the Vinculum backline. Good defending. And Sims has just left his man for dead. Swings it into the back post. Dealt with. No, it's not dealt with. It's Chanji. Takes it down on the chest. Looking to power that one in. And Domino, you can see why this man in centre midfield for bounty hunters. For bonus hunters. Although bounty hunters would be a cool name too.
That is a cool name.
Yeah. You can see why he's their highest rated player. He looks like he's got a Zidane build on in that centre midfield. Very, very tidy player so far. That was the man who played that last through ball. But there's through balls for days, Domino. And here is the latest one. David plays it into Auroran. What a save from Toasty. Humongous save. That one was not straight at him. Yoran takes it down. End-to-end stuff. End-to-end stuff. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, Domino. Morgan looks for first time through ball. And I won't go into what I was going to say, because here is Owen Hope. This one, again, straight at Toasty. I mean, it doesn't matter where you put it in this goal, because Toasty, he's just plucked one literally out of the very top corner. You couldn't have chucked it in there. And somehow, he's plucked it out.
I'll just wait until this transition happens. 8-Ball, he was playing a game of dangerous chess there. He showed him the side and then went hard to his right.
Yeah.
If it went anywhere in the goal, he wasn't saving it. If it went top right, he was going to save it. It was excellent. Oh my god, great feet again. Lovely tackle.
Yeah.
Pinched it nicely.
Good game so far from Rye. Second big tackle that man's made. Here is Owen Hope, who looked dangerous, but here comes the gaffer stepping across. Won't win the throw-in, although it did look like his. And Bounty Hunters are just continuing. They're not even knocking on the door at the moment, Domino. They are at the door with a sledgehammer. Owen Hope chips it in, taken down. Yeah, they truly are. Sims takes it down, tries to go long. Matt will pick it up, recycle it, gives it to the only king. That's a good option for them to have. Morgan swings it in. Free man. Flicked on to no avail. Dante takes it down, but Matt again picks it up. Good work from him. Swings it to the back post. PXXP heads it down. Bit of ping pong at the moment. It's 12 minutes. Sims, it's holographic, apologies. Can't stay on side, and he'll be kicking himself because he had acres to run into. And Domino, there's no way we're keeping up with the action at the moment because it's end-to-end. Basketball territory. Cliffers, though, keeps up with that, heads home, and we can just relax.
Bonus teammate ball is they have gone for the plan B option. They are throwing everything on their centre half.
It's good.
Up,
it's good to watch.
One player back because it is end-to-end stuff. As soon as Vinculum got the ball, they have got options out there. They're in here.
Oh, he's found Owen Hope. Here's edge of the box to David. He's still got it. Clifford again with a magnificent block. And is he going to be offside? It doesn't matter because he lost out the header. But they win the second ball. And here we go. Vinculum 3v3. Holographic. What can he do? Edge of the box to Rudel. Finds the danger man. Rudel puts the game to bed with 5 minutes remaining. Very, very well worked from Vinculum. And it's a bit, I'm not going to say it's a smash and grab, but at that stage in the game, Domino, it's a smash and grab.
At that stage, under what was happening right there, Bonus pinning them in, dominating transition, winning the second balls. But Vinculum do what Vinculum do, 8-ball. They put their chances away, and they have done it again.
Oh, Clifford again. That all came from that big block from him. And, you know, yeah, the gaffer there just sweeping up as he glides through midair. And yeah, Domino, we saw last week just some defensive masterclasses, and today it's been Vinculum's turn. And also they've bagged themselves 2 goals as well. I think the gaffer will be extremely happy with the performance here, and all in all, and this man as well. Big shout for man of the match.
8-ball, and this is absolutely no shade to anyone, so please don't take it as it. I don't think it's a bit of a defensive masterclass. I think it's been a keeping masterclass, 8-ball. And he's just throwing it there, 8-ball.
Bang on cue. Bang on cue.
Masterclass.
Near post, and there it is again.
What can you do? This man, give him a bonus. Unbelievable. And can they do one more shot? Oh, no, it's not.
They don't need it. They don't need it. Yoran and Vinculum march through to the next round of the UK Pro Series. Both teams, phenomenal game. That second half was absolute flames. Commiserations to Bonus Hunters because they were good value to watch. And again, I'm sure being a team full of foot players, they're all streaming out there. So make sure, again, you go and watch those guys. It would be worth the watch, trust me. And Vinculum, I'm very, very sure we'll get those guys back on the channel at some point.
Oh, mate, 100%.
Before the season is finished. But yeah, big shout out to Tosi there because fair play. Fair play. Right.
That is a man of the match performance if I've ever seen one. Do not get me wrong. People scoring. Oh, mate, I want to commentate on that game a little bit more, but I'm guessing we're ready for the One Mind game.
We are ready for the One Mind game. They saw the second we finished, they were ready to go in. So let me just quickly swap that over, get this up. And here are the teams for One Mind versus Empire. Domino, there was no way we were going any more days without watching Empire play because they are one of 2 informed teams, and I'll tell you about the other one in approximately, I've got no watch on, but approximately 15 minutes. Empire, 1 loss in their last 8 games, 5 wins in those 8, 2 lots of 3-0, 3 lots of 4-0. Domino, they're the 5 games that they've won. They have not won any games less than 3 goals in their last 8 games. It's utterly ridiculous. And that's why we've got them on. And what a test. I'm going to call it a test, Domino. What a test this is.
8-ball, that second half that Empire played against FG, you could put them on the pitch with any team in that half and they would have cooked them. It was one of the most scintillating performances I've seen from a team in a half. It was unbelievable. But they are up against a team, in my opinion, that should stand on the Mount Rushmore of teams. With the players that One Mind have, we talked about them all the time, mate. It is littered with players across there, from a Scorpion to DeFreezy to Stefanio up top to Miko. There's just too many names to go on, 8-ball. They're a team of superstars.
They had a fantastic week last week, unbeaten in their last 5, so all 5 games they played last week, 4 wins, and that makes 1 loss in their last 10 games. However, Domino, and again we've touched upon it, and as we always say, absolutely no hate because defensive work is part of the game, absolutely. In those 10 games where they've only lost 1, an average of 1.4 goals per game. So, defensively solid, which is great. And I think they're going to need to be tonight because they're playing a team who are just possessed at the moment. Senzea up front, he's got 11 goals in 20. That is the 5th highest in the league. Absco, their highest rated player, out on that right midfield position. He's got 5 goals, 4 assists. So again, it's poised very, very nicely. One Mind being the home team, despite being in 12th place in the league, I think they are... I think they are maybe still favourites, Domino. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I wouldn't say so, 8-Ball. I mean, their runner forms are a lot better.
Yep.
I'd say player for player, yes. I would say currently the way Empire have been playing and One Mind have been playing over the season, not in the last couple of weeks, I'd give it to Empire. For some reason, Empire, there's something in the back of my mind telling me that they're going to be the dark horses in this league. Okay,
I like that. I mean, if you'd said that to me at the beginning of the season, before they'd started rinsing everyone, then yeah, it would have been a good shout. To call it now, Domino, to call it now is yeah, fair enough. But yeah,
but April, how many times have we seen teams in the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks get up there and like, oh, best example, a team that we first called April, they went unbeaten in the VPG League. English team. They were fantastic. We had them on the stream because they were undefeated throughout the whole of the Esports Prem. We covered them, they won, and then they started training on. It's very easy, and I'm not saying it's very easy, but people can get there. The hardest thing is staying there, and we've seen teams like Empire get there, but never stay there at the end. That's why they're the dark horse, because I reckon they will be staying there.
I mean, to be fair, Domino, we've managed to find 2 massively informed teams. We said last week we don't like seeing teams lose on the channel because, you know, it's not great. People don't want to lose. People also don't want to lose when, you know, 250 people are watching. It's not great. but when we put 2 giants like this together, unless it's a draw, of course, something has to give. And we just saw that in the Vinculum Bonus Hunters game. Of course, 2 massively informed teams there. Bonus Hunters did very little wrong the whole game. And I'm getting the impression that this one is maybe going to go down that avenue as well. One Mind, massively impressive defensively. Are they going to go defensive tonight, Domino? Or are they just going to say, do you know what, we'll just try and match her and we're going to just try and get 3 points here?
Both teams should trust their ability. No team is going to bow down to the other team's style. Okay. Each team here are going to think, my style's better than yours. I see this being a straight gunfight, April.
I hope so. For housekeeping, those of you at home, and Domino, to be fair, it is Empire. Empire are in the grey, he says, like he knows, from right to left, and it is One Mind in the white, from left to right. So here we go, boys and girls. The first Esports Premier game of the night. Starting with the away side, Empire, sitting 7th in the league. 1 loss in the last 8. Oh, keepers.
I don't want to give any...
Oh, yeah, there we go.
I don't want to give any away secrets here, but Empire done this very well against FG. They kept this ball in the defensive third and kind of let the team come towards and press, and they played out the press, and that's how they got the chances. It looked very similar there, 8-Ball, where they're just brushing the teams onto them, so they can come out and play and do things like this. They can play through the thirds.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Here is Stocks trying to break through Antonio Mertz. So they'll do a good job getting past him in that centre midfield position. Here is Francois, the left winger. Gets hustled out of it. Absco. Ball down the line. Good ball from him. Into Senzea. Their goal machine at the moment. 11 goals this season. Demi, who we saw hit one from 25 yards in the last stream. Swings it into the back sticks, but Ace Scorpion, it won't be for the first time today, I am sure, heads it out at the cost of a corner, Domino. The Ronaldinho lookalike will be taking this one. And it is Absco, his front post. Big save from Anonym. Yeah, he's punched it out. It is Absco, the cameraman, so thank you very much for him for hosting this one for us tonight. Lucky I said nice things about his Ronaldinho lookalike, I guess. Here we go. For a second time, quick succession. Lighty gets rid of it, but it's going to fall 2 Stocks into the back post. Headed out by Pio. taken down by the centre-back for Empire, Snatch. Demi thinking about zhuzhing things up instead, plays that 5-yard pass. Headed out by Lighty again, DeFreezy to Jew on that right-hand side of midfield. And Domino, like you said, the names just roll off the tongue for this one-man side.
Yeah, mate, absolutely. You keep saying it. That is all my 8 ball. Alan him is looking at that ball being like, I'm pretty sure I didn't want that there.
Did well, though. Did well. But it is
did really well.
Back at the feet of, sweating like mad bad hockey. Here is. Yeah, shout out. Wiley. Looking for striker's feet. Can't find it because DeFreezy is in the way. And he's going to set Jew on his way. Akers to run into. Decides to come back inside. Not fancying that sprint down the line. Empire looking good in possession so far, he says, as it's given away. But Stocks recycles. Antonio Mertz in there doing what he does best. All the nitty-gritty stuff. Over the top by Demi. Headed out by Pio. It's going to come back to Empire, though. Demi. Lively start from Empire. Absco swings it into the back post. The right midfielder this time. Jew having to defend. Pinning them back in. Mirko, though, wins it. But again, loses out. DeFreezy can't get past Shisui Shiki. And we'll restart on this near side with a one-mind throw in about halfway. Happy to keep the ball, our one-mind. Probably the first spell of possession they've had, Domino. It's been mainly Empire. Not threatening, or not too threatening, to be fair. Easy for me to say up here. But I think one-mind won't mind, especially being the home side as well. They won't mind just knocking this ball around a little bit.
Yeah, and that's the problem when you get starved at the ball. Oh, that's just unfortunate.
So yeah, too many cooks, mate. Too many cooks.
But when you get starved at the ball like that, Abel, you think when you're on the ball, we need to get forward, we need to make something happen.
Here we
go.
like
how these people have been here before, Abel.
Oh, yeah.
Slow the game down and make sure. That is unbelievable.
Wow. Freak Hill knew what he was doing. Clearly, we had no idea what the plan was there, but cool, calm, collected. But what a first-time ball that was. I think it was DeFreezy. It looked like a DeFreezy ball anyway. He played the initial ball down. He played the initial ball down the line. Quarterbacking these one-mind offensive charges so far. To no avail. It is still 0-0. Lively start, but no real chances. Wiley looking to change that. This left-hand side with Lyro. Beats his man. Cuts back. Looking for support. Finds it in Stocks. Wiley again. Edge of the box. Thought about the power shot and can't get it to Stocks, but wins it back. You don't want to let this man shoot from distance. Saw that on Thursday, Domino. Top bins. Was it Thursday or Tuesday? They all roll into one. Either way, don't let him shoot from 25 yards. He's a dangerous man.
Yeah.
Senzea. Nels. To Absco. Cuts back. Saw that man get a Travella goal as well in that same game. So, threats from everywhere in terms of Empire's attack. But one mind so far not able to keep them out. Wow. Half a chance there. No, it didn't.
You're holding that stick till that's the direction you want to header it, and then you just ran out of it.
Yeah. A Scorpion steps in nicely. Gives it to DeFreezy and co. Stefanio. Antonio Mertz stabs it over the top. Escova does well. Freak Hill wants to come and claim it. Won't get it. Off the line by Escova. Does well. I think the animation let him down slightly. It made it a bit more dramatic than it needed to be. However, wow, he is shoulder barged off the ball. Will win the free kick. And look how close that was to the 18-yard box, by the way. That would have been interesting if he'd broke into the box there to see what the ref would have done.
Yeah, he literally just held it, people. It was a professional foul without being a professional foul.
Without the booking. So here is a free kick in an interesting position. He's really taken his time of it. Goes short after all of that and given away.
I mean, I expect nothing less.
I sometimes
train those positions, you do not train those.
No, it was a strange position, to be fair. One might win it high up though, although Leroy wins it back, gives it to Nels. Man on the right hand side. It's Absco, dangerous man. Advances about 30 yards with it, goes for the shot, parried out nicely by Anonym, and a big save. Look how far to the right hand side that has gone. May well see us through to half time, and that will go down as the closest either side have come to a goal. And Domino, half time. Talk to me.
Yeah, I actually think One Mind done really well there. And the reason being they stayed in the game when Empire just seemed to get on top in that first 10 to 15 minutes. And I thought they were dragging One Mind into deep waters. I think the hustle from One Mind, the change of tactics, started winning the ball, calming the play down. They played themselves back into that game because it was all Empire at the beginning. It goes in at that half looking like a 50-50 game, but I do think the advantage and the momentum is with Empire still.
Yeah, I mean, I think Empire have had kind of the more sustained pressure. However, when One Mind have got it and they get it to those danger men, I'm not going to name them all because otherwise we'll be here all day. But you know who they are. They do look dangerous. They do look dangerous. And that is the beauty of when we cover these top level games, because they can go 70, 80, 90 minutes without creating much. All it takes is that one stroke of genius, that one stroke of brilliance. And luckily, when these teams are playing, you can basically get that from all 20 outfield players.
Yeah, absolutely.
Long may it continue. So we have Empire in the grey from left to right, kicking us off in this second half. One Mind sitting in at the moment with the white shirts from right to left. 0-0 is 12th place One Mind, plays 7th place Empire. The French versus the Italians. Currently 0-0. Stabbed over the top to Senzea, the leading goal scorer for this Empire side, this rampant Empire side. 1 loss in 8 games for them. Both of these sides, to be fair, and 1 loss in 10 for One Mind. Their scorelines, mind, look a bit different, but a win is a win, a loss is a loss.
Yeah. Hey, but I think just Sensei has been picking up the ball on these wide channels where he wouldn't want to be. No. He'd want to be in that box. He'd want to be, again, with his back not facing goal. I think they just need to get him on the turn here, 8-ball, because he's running the channels very nicely for them, picking up the ball and linking up play. They're just not picking him up where he needs it.
No, I agree. I agree. It's a lot of selfless running, to be fair. Speaking of which, here he goes again into the channel, picks it up. Shepherded by lightly, but shepherded unfairly, judges the referee, and they're going to give it to the cameraman, Absco. Are we going to see this ball lumped in, or is it going to go short, Domino?
Short and give it away. There's no other way about it.
Here it goes into the box and finds his opposite number. Stocks chips it back in. Francois back doing the defending. This time, good 50-50. Stocks wins it high up, though. Edge of the box is Nels. Power shots.
Oh, 8-ball.
I think a combination of post and anonym has somehow kept it out at the cost of a corner, but wow. I'm not sure what order it went in. Oh, here we go. A bit of space for Shisui Shiki. He had all the time in the world, decided to play it early, and Empire Domino are getting closer and closer, and that usually means Nelson's going to get booked. That usually means One Mind are going to go and score if we know anything about clubs.
Oh, absolutely, 8-ball. The team that has the most momentum concedes first. That is a thing.
Toasty's in the chat. Toasty, you are welcome for all the love. We just call it as we see it, buddy. Call it as we see it.
Stop that. Absolutely.
Wiley wins it high up.
Performance. Put it on your CV.
Wiley, back post. Francois again, back defending. One Mind way. Mirko to Stew. Holds it up nicely. Good feet from him. Gives it to Mirko. Stefanio, they're just going through the gears now. Fakes to go down the left. Cuts back inside. Happy to keep it. Agus. Some good football here. Power shot does get through and will get a free kick for his troubles as well.
That's very odd, 8-ball, because you don't get an advantage if you get the shot off. If the shot goes
you
off,
do now. You do now.
It was the freezy, so there's different rules for different players. I understand that.
Yeah. Here we go. Go short. Go short again. It was different. It was different at least. They went short twice.
Fair enough.
Empire looked to catch him on the counter. Not sure who that was drifting over to the left, but he was in absolute acres. Decide to keep it short, and it's paying dividends so far. Agus and co. Francois breaks with the ball, and now we're having a look at One Mind at their sweeping best. Shisui Shiki steps across. He's having a good, not just a good game, Dom, a good season from that man as well. He's really stepping up his game in FC 25.
Yeah, tell me something I don't know.
To be fair, yeah, again, it's a bit like you saying Empire are half decent. Lyro gets to the byline, gets the corner out of the defender. Swung in early doors. A Scorpion deals with it. It's not dead to Freezy back there. And we'll win we'll win a goal kick for his side. A bit of respite.
How this game is going, April, how this game is going is Empire are building the more sustained attacks. But when One Mind get it in his midfield third here, they are very quick through these transitions and they play an excellent ball here.
Francois is in behind. Power shot into the right-hand corner. And it is One Mind who strike first. That man, Francois LF, beats the man over the top and beats the goalkeeper into the back of the net. 1-0, Domino.
And like I was saying, well, the sustained attacks are coming from Empire, but the short, sweet attacks are coming from this One Mind team.
Yeah.
And that's how this game's played out in the second half. And at the minute, One Mind are defending resiliently, and they're taking a chance when it comes. It's all for Empire to do, but we know what quality they've got in the side. But what we haven't seen, April, is a plan B. So let's see if Empire have that in a locker.
This is not where you want One Mind. This is when One Mind are at their absolute most dangerous. When they are sitting on a lead because they know you've got to come and attack them. And to be fair, we've seen all game how good they are. They're sweeping moves, especially in the second half. Back stick is on, though. Absco pushes his man. Pio does well. Demi heads it down, keeps it alive, finds Nels. Looking for Senzea, can't find it. Someone left something on someone. And it's going to restart with 13 minutes left. One Mind are going to have to dig in here. Empire are not going to take this line down. And I do think at the moment, Domino, it sits quite nicely for this One Mind side. If you'd offered them 1-0 at 80 minutes, they would have bitten your hand off because it's how they like to play. Dangerous, dangerous side. Mirko into Stefanio. Man over is Antonio Matz. Finds that right-hand side again. The CDM joins the party, joins the goal-scoring list. And look at that finish. Here we go. POV action. Beats Freak Hill at the far post. 2-0 Empire. Going to need to do something pretty historic from this point, Domino.
It's
historic. Here we go. Not with Anonym in net. Well played by Nels. Did well to get across his man, but Anonym once more, a bit like Toasty in the last game, equal to it. Goes for... Wow, look at that. Yeah, just caught it in one hand. Why not?
The reactions here for Anonym, he does what he wants.
He doesn't need two hands. That's how good he is. Absco, ball down the line, cut out nicely by Francois, who got us off with that goal earlier on. That first goal got us off to a flying start to this second half. And One Mind, again, we said they were dangerous at 1-0. Imagine how dangerous they are at 2-0. Defensive geniuses. It's what they do best, Domino. It's going to be one loss in 11 games for the Italians.
Yeah, it's a hard task now. It needs obviously a miracle there, and then you're not playing a side that's... He might be off. He's definitely off.
Yeah, I don't think it was to him though, was it?
No.
EA letting One Mind down there. They could have added a cherry on the top of this second half performance, Domino, which, to be honest, has been relatively flawless other than that, obviously. Stocks over on this right-hand side to Senzei, back post, a Scorpion for the umpteenth time today. Edge of the box. Who is there? It's Lyro. Nels. DeFreezy this time. Anyone. They've got 11 players who know their role defensively, Domino. And it shows. It's another clean sheet so far for this One Mind side. They've grafted out a win here against a very, very good Empire side. And Mirko might just put them even more to the sword when it falls to Jude. Big save by Freak Hill. Gets up and... He just shrugged his shoulders. To be fair, he's got a point, Domino. I don't know what more Empire could have done in this game. It's a cruel beast, and it was even more cruel if that had gone in. Alas, it does not, but 2-0 is all that One Mind need. Just those 2 goals are all they need when they don't concede any goals, Domino. They don't concede goals. It's just what they do/don't do.
April, it was an unstoppable force meeting a movable object in that game.
Yeah.
And it's which one would come out on top. To keep Empire, like One Mind, have got a resilient defense. They've got a great keeper. They know what they're doing throughout the park. Empire are a free-flowing, goal-scoring team. To keep them shut out for a whole 90 virtual minutes, and to not let them, to actually get them to hardly end a major chance in the game, that is an unbelievably impressive performance, April.
No, and I think that's not to be sniffed at either. Definitely not to be sniffed at. Right, we can sit and talk about that again because it's another quality game. However, because of our very, very slow start today, we do have to rifle through these. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, One Mind. Thank you very much, Empire. They are going through the lobbying up process and the invite process now. I'll let you see that in the back of the screen. But we've got Team GMASK, who currently sit top of the league. 39 points, 12 wins in 17 games, Domino. This is your informed team. It was Empire. It is now Team GMASK. 9 wins in a row before tonight.
Wow.
Yeah, they're onto something right now. And for that reason, Domino, 7 players in the team of the week last week. 7.
Was João Lukaku in there?
Of course he was, yeah. Just the 7 goals and 5 assists for him this season, so no big deal for that man. Rayo and Gyro, who are up front tonight, 11 and 10, so 21 goals in 20 games for that strike force.
April, before we were going to have them on, obviously it was unfortunate we didn't, we were saying how that front 4 or 5 weren't firing at that stage. Clearly, after that night, they've just started cooking.
Yeah, and don't forget the last time we did have them on, because obviously we tried to get them on because they're a bloody good side, there was the controversy, which we don't talk about, of course, but we can talk about it now because I'm gonna. Their game against Capri last... God, it was a while ago now, wasn't it? 2 weeks ago, maybe. We didn't get to finish that game, even though we desperately wanted to, for whatever reason. EA being the main one, I guess. Teams went out about the 60th minute. So I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but my understanding is they're going to replay that one. So Team GMASK versus Capri Karaleske. Absolutely fantastic. We'll try and get that one on the channel. But for now, Domino, enough about Team GMASK. We all know how good they are. Let's talk about Drift Esports. 14th in the league. However, unbeaten in 7. 4 clean sheets in those last 7 games. So, I'm going to say, Domino, it's kind of a repeat of what we just saw. It's one team that's whitewashing their opposition, and there's a very, very good, solid team here who are working their way up the table. They might be 14th in the league. However, they are just 9 points off of 3rd place with 4 games in hand. So... 1, it just shows how tight this league is, and 2, it just shows you that this Drift Esports team are not to be sniffed at, Domino.
No, April, with 4 games in hand and only 9 points off. Again, top 3 in this league is very, very impressive. And those stats there, April, about their defensive acumen, it's going to be one of those games. They're going to know GMASK, they're going to know these players. They've been knocking around time and time again. Obviously, both Spanish teams here, April, so they probably do know off each other.
Spain derby.
I would say.
Spain derby.
It's a big Spain derby, let's go.
It's such lazy journalism, but we'll do it anyway.
Spain derby.
Right then, here we go. It is Team GMASK in the white. Yes, confirmation. Team GMASK in the white from left to right. Top of the league, Team GMASK. 39 points after 17 games it is. And they attack this goal to our right-hand side. And it is Drift Esports in the blue Porto kit on the attack here from right to left. With their leading goal scorer, Arjon. 9 goals this season.
April, that ball was between the two halves. They're very well to get it. That was a great clearance.
Yeah.
Anytime you get it, these front 4, these front 5, April, it just smells danger.
Yeah, and don't forget, Domino, I'm sure you haven't, these are kind of the remnants from that old school Real Sociedad side who we used to know and love. They're still knocking about, Domino, and they're still showing to everyone that they've got what it takes top of the league and the most informed team in said league. They are hosting the Spaniards, their fellow Spaniards, Drift Esports. Again, no slouches at all, unbeaten in 7 games. Here is Gyro on the turn, turns nicely. Gives it to the on-rushing lads. Swings into the back post. João Lukaku takes it down. Chris Boras comes and just cleans him out. Doesn't give the referee a second look, Domino, just in case. Looked a bit naughty, but he's got it and he's just going to play on as if nothing happened.
But I like decisive keepers like that 8 ball. There's no hesitation
yeah.
there. Mind was made up. What he's going to do, he's come out and do that.
Yasin with the power shot. Big save by Chris Boras again. Called into action for a second time in this opening 12 minutes. Equal to that Yasin power shot from the edge of the box. And Team GMASK starting this game looking like they haven't had dinner because they are hungry.
8 ball, they're just smooth through the transitions.
They really, truly are. It's such a well-balanced side as well. The likes of Raven and CDM, who is your just so defensive-minded. João Lukaku can do basically everything. And these two up front, everything they are touching is turning to gold. And Ladis there almost turning that one to gold. But again, goalkeeper equal to it at the cost of a corner. Swings it in. Free header. And it's found its way in. It was a very nonchalant action from the goalkeeper. Look at that. Very nonchalant action from the goalkeeper. Finds the top corner. I think it was either Gilliam or Guti who got that one in. And we'll find out here because it's the other one. Gilliam gets that and it's 1-0, Domino. How many times did we see Real Sociedad back in the day get those corner goals? It was a free header. They don't miss from there. And speaking of not missing from there, Gyro is through, onside, point blank range, hits the crossbar. It's going to come back out. They live to fight another day, but how much fight do they have in them? Because GMASK are smelling blood earlier on. They are circling them like a shark in the ocean.
8 ball, how was first one I was on side?
No idea.
How was it the bar? Third of all, what was that reaction in the
big save. Chris Boras is gonna be sore tomorrow morning, Domino. He's doing a lot of diving around at the moment. Wow.
The only way I could describe 8 ball is to what I said earlier. It's just smooth. Like everything they do is smooth. It's just rinse and repeat each time.
Yeah. Cafasil wins that back. It was Wait in the Bush that got the goal, actually, having just seen the other right-sided centre-back. Very, very good player that man is. And Team GMASK 1-0 up. Early doors. Ladis wins that back. Here's this man. There we go. Valdi. I got it right eventually. They're all Spanish centre-backs, Domino. At least I can go on Pointless and name 4 Spanish centre-backs I know. It's been a long night, guys. Rayo. Christos. And we're talking about Raven as well, Domino, in that CDM position. They've got Christos and Raven, and they still manage to score 3 or 4 goals every bloody game. It's crazy. Ladis to Gyro. Drete comes across and takes that off the leading goal scorer in the league. First and third, Domino, Rayo and Gyro are in the league's top goal scoring positions.
8 ball. That ball there, like you have no right to play that in the mechanics that they have. You've got no
On
right
to the left foot, blocked by Drete again. We're going into back 6 this time, and David M gets it cleared. Again, it's going to be another corner to Team GMASK. Just when you think you are safe, think again. David gets another clearance. Rayo heads it down to Gilliam. Empire, they're forced to come back every time, and it is that front two combining nicely. Voltage will get rid of this. 30 minutes gone, Domino. It's looking like it's going to be a long night for this Drift Esports team. Gyro slides it through. Kimi Season helping out his defense this time. Comes through too. Oh, it's gone in. Squeezed in. Squeezed in. Everything went in slow motion.
8 ball. I have never seen a straight out shoot like that was 50-50 between a player and keeper, and the players ever won it. It would just get sucked in the keeper's hands. I have never seen a 50-50 where the players won it. And obviously with this GMASK team.
Oh, behave. Gyro finding Rayo, but it just wouldn't stick for him. And Team GMASK at their free-flowing best at the moment. However, Domino, a goal from a corner and what's effectively the slowest goal I've ever seen. are the only two differences between the two sides at the moment. However, Team GMASK are looking to change that at the moment with Lattice. This man looks like a box of tricks over on this near side. Here is the goal scorer of Aldi. 2-0 up, Domino. They are afforded the luxury of just playing this around as much as they want. Drift now are in a dangerous predicament because effectively they have to come out and play. How do you play against a side looking this rich in form?
It's a hard one, 8-ball, because they've got the goals there, so you're going to have to go out and play them. The only thing that keeps them a bit composed is you limit the space because you've got players behind the ball. You're going to have to throw caution to the wing because you need the goals there. There's no point in resting on a 2-0 defeat. But if you get a goal, great. If you don't, it turns into a cricket score. There's no two ways about it, 8-ball, because they will pick you apart. It's a very, very hard position for Drift to be in. 2 goals down, and they've defended well, 8-ball. Like
yeah, they have.
From a corner, okay, schoolboy error. They left the person unmarked in the box. Free header. That deserves punishment from that. The second goal, mate, it was scrappy. It was a 50-50. EA probably should have helped, but don't buy a ticket. Don't win the raffle.
No, and we say that. And yeah, Dominic, I think it's really important to say how good Drift have been defensively. But it's just been an absolute onslaught from this Team GMASK front. I'm going to say front 4, but it's more like the front 10. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. It really is. It's a joy to watch unless you're a Drift player or a Drift fan. So apologies for that. But sit back and watch both of these sides. Hopefully Drift can make an honest game out of this. Maybe get something out of it if they play to their absolute best. But boy, do they have to be at their absolute best, because GMASK, yeah, they've turned up tonight, and yeah, they are playing like a side unbeaten in 11, Domino.
Oh, absolutely, 8-ball. The smoothness of the play, the way they're taking the ball down, mechanics are out. And look, no one's scared to have the ball in those positions and do things like that, 8-ball. It's the confidence is flowing.
Yeah. They've packed their team full of players who are very, like, look at Yasin there. Happy to take touches on the ball, knowing fine well, chances are he's not going to lose it. When you pack your team full of 11 players who can do that, look at Raven here. It's so hard to defend against. And this Lattice Jr., by the way, looks like a fantastic player. Wait in the bush, gets it cleared. Looking for the knockdown. They're not going to get it, Domino. They are not getting any change out of anyone on this Team GMASK side today.
No, well, I mean, it's going to need something special or a little bit of slice of luck to get this back in.
And at 2-0, Domino, at 2-0, you know, stranger things have happened, but again, I'm just looking for weaknesses in this side, and it's the first time the goalkeeper's touched the ball, so they've just reminded me who is in goal. It's Waka Bashai, third best goalkeeper statistically speaking in the league. They just play all the way through the team.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's going to be hard for a team. They need GMASK to actually go out there and make a mistake here, because the way they're playing now, it's flawless, 8-ball.
Yeah. But don't write Drift off just yet. This man, Kimi Season, a very good player on this right-hand side. A bit like Arjan, is just not being given the ball to actually be able to showcase his talent. As Chris Boras is a man who has been able to showcase his talent today because he's been a very busy boy in that Drift goal. Does keep it at 2-0 though. 4 now. Rayo, edge of the box. David goes to ground, has the shot. Chris Boras holds it nicely. And look at those players, Domino, just on-rushing in to pick up any scrap. So not just a good initial save, but done really well to hold on to that too.
Yeah, 8-ball. To be fair, there's been some very good play by Drift here. Like the little one-touch passes.
Yeah.
From their back third to the midfield, they've played through the press of GMASK. It's just to getting it to their front players that they haven't been able to do that. And they've had to deal with these sustained attacks.
And to be fair, you know, like we said, they've dealt well with it defensively. You know, a corner and the world's slowest goal is what they've conceded so far. So they should take solace in that. But I think more worryingly is the fact that GMASK are able to cut off any supply Exhibit A to their front line. It's just non-existent. And then the second Drift try and play some football, Team GMASK, it doesn't matter whether it's a 30, 40 yard pass or 10, 12, 15 passes on the deck. They'll continue to keep coming at you. And here they go. Straight through to Rayo. Top goal scorer in the league. Smashes it top corner, but Chris Boras is there. Again, equal to out. What a fine game that man is having. And GMASK with their fourth corner of the game.
Yeah, 8-ball. I mean, if he weren't in net today, I think they'd be out of sight. He has kept his team in there. And then to be fair, that's from a world-class operator like Rayo. Saving shots like that is very, very impressive.
And like you said, they are compatriots, so I'm sure they've played against each other many, many times, Chris Boras and Rayo, so maybe he knew what he was doing there, but it was almost flawless from Rayo because it was chucked up into that top corner. So yeah, Chris Boras has done a fantastic job there, and throughout the game, to be honest. Yeah,
it's just getting out of this press, April. If they can get out of this press past the midfield, they can get some change in this game, but they're really struggling to, and I can understand why.
It looks horrible, Domino. It looks tiring. It looks like I don't want to be there. This man's got skinned twice. It's just, yeah, it's not nice to watch from a Drift Esports point of view. Very nice to watch from a Team GMASK point of view. If anyone is from GMASK in the chat now, let us know how you got on in that first game of 4 tonight. It'd be interesting to know if they're still on this 11, 12, 13 game tear at the moment, which sees them top of the league ahead of Poise. And everyone else, to be honest. They're ahead of everyone. They're top. Gyro finds his strike partner, Rayo. Good defending, but he's going to get a second bite at it, and you cannot give that man a second bite of anything. No. Puts them to the sword. Finally, it is 3-0. Chris Boras finally beaten in the second half, despite an outstanding performance from him, and defensively an outstanding performance. And I think, Domino, at this point in time, Drift just need to keep this at 3-0. They just need to say, look, we played a team absolutely possessed. Good luck to them. They're probably going to be there at the end of the season. Let's just carry on about our business and look to finish as high up as we possibly can. We'll leave GMASK alone to do what they need to do.
Yeah, exactly that, April. I mean, they're proper professionals. They're going to play till the end. They just come up to a team, like I said, red hot. Sometimes confidence.
Oh, good ball. Stokes takes it down. Ooh. What a save. Wakabashai. What a stay with the studs as well, Domino.
Great animation, 8-ball.
Footwork plus at its best. 5 minutes left. That would have been nice if Drift could have got a consolation there, because that's all it's going to be at this point. Minus an absolute miracle. Here is Lattice, cuts it back to Raven over the top, perfectly timed step out from the back line.
And when you play, and to be fair, GMASK wouldn't be knowing who they're playing today with the results that come in, goals conceded.
Oh my days, behave. Here he is, Lattice, cuts it across to Gyro. He will add to his tally. That makes it 11 in 11 for that man. Bust out the gritty, and why not? But Lattice Jr. again at the heart of everything that GMASK are doing on that far side, that right wing position. He has been phenomenal tonight. He looks like a tidy player. Fits in well with this Team GMASK side, funnily enough. 4-0.
Style and charisma. Yeah, that is the two things on a CV to play in this team. You need things like that.
Yeah.
April, flawless.
It has been an utterly ridiculous performance from the side that sit top of the league, and they're gonna go unscathed with a clean sheet as well, just to top it off. It finishes Team GMASK 4, Drift Esports 0.
What a game, April. What a game for GMASK. Drift, like you said, April, earlier, is them probably putting their hands up, concede that, accept it. You've come against a team with red hot form that have cooked you today. Nothing you can do, boys. It doesn't matter who you played on that day. GMASK are in that kind of form. They're in that kind of mood. Take the loss, move on.
13 wins in 18 games at the very least that we know of for Team GMASK. There's a reason why they are top of the table, and they've just proven it tonight on this first stream of the week, this Monday night VPG stream. Domino, 4 quality games followed by tomorrow another 4 quality games. Thursday, you guessed it, 4 quality games. Every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, right here, VPG YouTube channel. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you do join us for all of the action during the season. We're not even halfway through yet, Domino, so lots and lots of action left to come so far over the next, I think there's 5 weeks left, Domino, so pick that one out. Right, Wednesday, shameless plug, it is the Pro Club's weekly channel that we'll be hosting that evening. That starts at 8:30ish, depending on when the first teams get on. That is the European Masters LAN event qualifiers. So the first one was last month, and that was over at VFL, hosted by Gringo and the gang. This one's going to be VPG based. That's going to be on Pro Clubs Weekly YouTube channel, so make sure you are subscribed to that as well. Turn on notifications. It will be ever on social media, but that way you get pinged as well, so you will not miss it. So Domino, that means we are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Come Friday, I think we'll just need a rest, I think.
Put the battery packs on charge following the next Monday. Well, that's what we do. That's our life.
Yeah, absolutely. All that's left to be said then, guys and girls, is thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for supporting competitive pro clubs. We could not do it without you. Well, we could, but it'd be really boring because we'd just be talking to ourselves, and yeah, we don't really like doing that anyway. We don't really get on. So yeah, thanks for joining us. Thanks for keeping us company. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow, 8 p.m. sharp, with more UK Premier action, Esports Cup action, and of course the Esports Premier. Guys, from me, it's good night. Domino, I'll let you sign off and we'll shoot.
As always, teams, been a pleasure having you on. Thanks for stopping by, everyone in the chat. We go again tomorrow, April. Let's go.
Cheerio.